Welcome to our asset class overview, where Sarah has joined us to speak about property. Thanks for joining us, Sarah.
It's a pleasure, Jess.
So you often drive around and you see malls and office parks and houses. What types of property do you get?
So the two main ones you get are residential property and commercial property. And what differentiates the two is what they're used for. So residential property would be what you would use to live in, whereas commercial property is used for business purposes. So this can be a variety of things like retail space, office blocks, warehouses, and even hotels.
Okay, and then if I wanted to go out and buy a house, it can often be quite expensive. But what type of property investment would that be?
So going out and buying a house or even a commercial property is what is called direct property investment. So you then own that specific property. So you can use it to rent out if you so wish. So the ways you can earn returns from that are as the property increases in value, you then have that capital appreciation, or then you're getting rental income from your tenants that you're renting to.
And then what would another way of investing in property be?
So the other way of investing in property is called indirect property investments. So there are two main ways you can do this. The first is through a property company. So in this case, you would buy shares in a property company just like you would any company, and that company then owns a variety of properties that they can then rent out as their form of business. Another way is through what is called a real estate investment trust, or a REIT. And in this case, it works similarly to a fund, where a whole bunch of investors buy units and that money is pooled to then buy properties as well, which can also be used to rent out to generate that income.
But those sound quite similar. So what are the real differences then between a property company and a REIT?
So a property company functions like a normal company where they are earning money then from all these properties, and that money is then taxed, or all that income is taxed in the company's capacity, and then they can then pay out some of that income to their investors in the form of dividends. Whereas in a REIT, the income that they receive isn't taxed in the REIT's hands, but 75% of that must be distributed to all the investors in the REIT, and then the investors are taxed on that income distribution.
Okay, and then lastly, like in the New Road Capital, New Road BCI managed fund of fund, we make use of property funds within that to make up our property allocation. What is a property fund?
So a property fund is a form of collective investment scheme. So again, a whole bunch of investors buy units in that, and then the property fund goes and invests in REITs and in property companies as well. So then you're just getting a diversified exposure to a variety of REITs and property companies.
All right, well, thanks for that, and thanks for watching, and please tune in next week.